Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David, so as always, if you're new here, hi, welcome. Today I'm going to be discussing all of the books I have bought on my Kindle for the month of June of 2020. This is a sort of a continuation on my mail time videos where I buy numerous physical copies of books on the internet. They come to my house in the post and I show them to you as a sort of a mini book haul type of thing. But even though I do like buying physical copies of books, I don't have much space in my room to store them. I don't have the world's biggest room, and I don't have my own personal library in my room, which some booktubers tend to have. So I've been buying loads of books on my Kindle, which I've had since Christmas time. And as you can see, this thing is really tiny. You can store thousands of books on this and you don't have to worry about any space. So today I'm just going to show you all the books I bought on my Kindle since the 3rd of June to the 27th of June. I'm just going to show you the book, or the copy of the book on my Kindle, tell you the title and the author if I can say the name properly, and I might say a little bit about the book itself, but I won't give you a full-blown, review on it. So but yeah, let's get started with the first book. Let me just open it up with the so these are going to be in order of the ones I've actually bought this month. So let's start off with the first one I got this month, which was White Rage by Carol Anderson. This is about Black history and about racism. I actually got this because I was taking part in the in a blackout buddy reading marathon type of thing. I've already done a review on this on my channel, so please check that out. Yeah, overall it was a really good novel. It is a non-fiction book, which I don't really read that much of non-fiction, but I'm glad I did. The next one I got, I didn't realise that I had a copy of it originally on my Kindle already, so I bought a second copy forgetting that I already had it on my Kindle, and that being Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Everyone knows what Frankenstein is about. I'm planning to get round to this one as soon as I can. Not sure when, but it's on my radar. The next one I've got on my Kindle, I should really stop saying that because you know that they're on my Kindle, is Candy by Luke Davis. Sorry about the cover or the lack of. I got Candy because this was a request from one of my friends who is a really big subscriber of my channel. And he wanted me to review the book and the movie, so after I've read Dune, I'm going to be doing a video on Candy as sort of a versus movie type of, the book versus the movie, so see what one's better. A lot of people think that the book is going to be better, but I don't know much about the book. I only know that it's about, maybe about drugs. That's all I know about it. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't really know what the storyline is about. The next one I got was another duplicate that I bought because I forgot that I originally had it on my Kindle, and that being Dracula by Bram Stoker. Everyone knows what this is, like Frankenstein. I will get round to reading Drac at some point. It'll be interesting to see if this is a YA book, because a lot of people consider this as a YA or as a young adult book. So it'll be interesting to see if it's a soft horror or whether it's like a full-blown blood or gore fest, of a novel. But it's about to be interesting to read it because it's a classic horror book. The next novel I've got, just show you, is Going Postal by Terry Pratchett. This is a part of the Discworld novels, and I am planning to get all the Discworld novels onto my Kindle at some point. But one of my friends at work said that he read this, and I don't know much about it apart from that it's set in the Discworld, and it's about. It looks like that, you know, it's about their mail service. So yeah, but yeah, be interesting to get to it. I always like reading the Discworld or Terry Pratchett novels because they're really good. They're really light-hearted. The next one I got was part of a series. So when you buy books on Amazon, you can either buy them as their as a standalone book, or if they're part of a series, you can buy all the series in one go. So that's what I did with this next bunch of books, which is the Hannibal Lecter books by Thomas Harris. This is the I mean, this one's called Hannibal. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to reading this one. I might read it during the Halloween period, as I want to read some horror books during during that period. The next one is Hannibal Rising. I think this one's a kind of a prequel to the Hannibal Lecter when he was, you know, grown up into a man, and when he was put into the mental asylum or wherever he's ended up. So yeah, I didn't really think much of the movie though. Also, let me know if you've read the Hannibal Lecter novels. Let me know what order you have to read them in as well. And the next one I got is Red Dragon. I thought the movie was okay. It'll be interesting to read this and compare the novel to the movie, or the movie to the novel, to see what they changed, if anything. And the next one is the Silence of the Lambs. I love this novel so much. This is actually why I bought all these Hannibal Lecter books. This is actually my third favourite novel that I've read since I started reading in 2017. So sorry about the light as well, guys. I'm trying to do my best with what I've got. So the next books I've got is also part of a series I bought all in one go. And just get the cover up. And that being the Mortal Engines by Philip Reeve. When I read the physical copy of this, I knew that I had to get all the other books. I do like the world better than the characters, but I've only read the first book. There's 4 books in the main series of this, as well as 3 or 4 sequels and 1 spin-off. I will probably get round to them at some point, but I want to read the main books in the series before I get round to them. The next one is let's give it to the cover. Is Creditors Gold, which is a second novel in the Mortal Engines series. And also, let me know if you actually have a Kindle. Let me know if it irritates you as much as me if when you open the book that it doesn't go to the front cover of the book. I actually just want to know if that's just something that only, you know, irritates me. The next book is Infernal Devices, which is the 3rd book in the Mortal Engines series. I don't really know much about these novels apart from they're part of the same universe. And you've got the 4th book in the main series called A Darkling Plane. So yeah, but I mean, as I always say, that I will get round to reading these books eventually. I never buy any books on my Kindle that I don't intend to read, as well as I don't buy any physical books that I don't intend to read at some point, because what's the point of buying a book if you're not planning to read it? The next one I got is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. I've only read A Christmas Carol, which I read every single Christmas time. I know what Oliver Twist is about. I've watched the movies numerous times. But I am really highly anticipating this to be a really good book. So, and also I got this one for free as well, so that's a massive plus. You can buy like a large amount of books on Kindle for free, which is always good. I'm not sure if it's supposed to encourage people to read more, but it really should. The next one I got is an Oscar Wilde book. I've got a couple of Oscar Wilde books. This one and The Importance of Being Earnest. I got Oscar Wilde books because one of my subscribers and a booktuber who I watch, on a regular basis, called Pygmy Puff Reads, is a massive Oscar Wilde fan, and I thought I would give him a go. I'm not sure what type of books he writes, or what genre really, but I was thinking, okay, I'll get a couple and I'll give him a go, and if I like him, I'll get his complete work, But this one's called the Canterville Ghost. It's super short, it's about 50 pages long, so I'll probably read this one during the Halloween period. And obviously it's about ghosts of some point, of some kind. What next? It's a good job that I've actually put these into folders so I know where they are. The next one I got, which was another freebie. This is a series of books called Dragon's Blood. As I said, I got these ones for free, and I'm pretty sure this is about a group of humans or humanoid characters that have dragon's blood flowing through their veins, which give them magical abilities and powers. I thought it sounded cool. The premises of this story and these books sounded cool, so I thought, okay, why not? They're free. They've probably got dragons in it, which is probably gonna be cool. So I don't know if I'll get round to it this year, but I will get round to him, eventually. The next one I got, which was another freebie as well, called The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. One of my subscribers and a really good booktuber called called Bookcat with glasses, is a massive fan of this novel. So I thought, she actually seems to love it so much, I thought, okay, I should just give it a try. So yeah, I've never read anything by the author, so not sure what it's about, but because it's free, I thought, okay, why not? I'll give it a go. Next one I got, which was a very highly anticipated one for me, and because a load of people were talking about it on BookTube, and it was talked about in very high regard. So I got Children of Blood and Bone. This one's written by a black woman, and it's a fantasy book. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same as sort of a cross between Black Panther and sort of like the world of Black Panther and The Last Airbender, where they have all these different tribes that maybe have something to do with these different elements such as fire and water and earth, and I'm actually not sure, but I know that there's a sequel to this. I'm not sure if I will read the sequel, but I'll read this, and if I like this, I will get the second book and I'll give that a go. Let me know if the second book is any good though, or if you read this and you like this. But I'm anticipating really good things from the Blood and Bone book. Let's see, the next one I've got is The Ritual by Adam Neville. I know that this has got a movie on it because I saw it when it originally came out in the movies or in the cinema. About a group of 4 or 5 guys that go into the woods hiking, and they find all this scary stuff in there. This is horror, as I said. The movie gave me the impression that it was kind of like the Blair Witch Project, but only if H.P. Lovecraft actually wrote it. So I'm actually interested to read this because I saw this in the stores and I was thinking, should I pick it up? And I was thinking, nope, I'm going to put it on my Kindle. Oh yeah. I'm not sure when I'll read it, but I'm anticipating the read because I always like a good horror. This next one was is one that I'm really looking forward to reading, and it's one that I'm planning to read in the month of August, the month which I was born, and that's being Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Sorry, I'm reading this from the side. I know this is part of the trilogy. I was gonna get all the books all in one go. Excuse me. But I thought I would buy this one only, and if I liked it, which I know I will, but when I read this one, I'll probably buy the other two straight away. So Scythe I'm really looking forward to, and I've got really high expectations for. So next one is another one which was recommended to me by Book Cat with Glasses, or Cat as I usually call her, and that being Children of Time. I noticed it's got a second book to it, but she was describing it to me so well I had to buy it. And this is a sci-fi book as well, so I'm trying to get into sci-fi, or trying to read more sci-fi rather. Next one is another science fiction book, which I am a big fan of the movie, and I was thinking, okay, I've got to read this book at some point, and that being The Martian by Andy Weir. I love the movie of this so much. Mark Watney, who plays the main character, is so good. I know I'm going to love this book. It's going to be very hard for it not to be a 5-star read. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading The Martian. As I'm a big fan of the movie, as I said. So next one. Hopefully you're finding this interesting, guys. I'm trying to make this really interesting. The next one I got, again, sorry about the cover. It's but how it actually came is the Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. This was inspired by, this inspired the Hellraiser movies. It's super short, about 50 pages long. I am planning to read this one next month. Yeah. I've never read anything by Clive Barker, but if I like this, I will probably buy some of his other work on Kindle, because all of his work on Kindle is really, really cheap. So, yeah. Really looking forward to reading that one, which I'll do in about a day or so. Let me know if there's any books on here which you've read or you want to read, or that I've maybe kind of inspired you to actually pick up or read or whatever. Let me know in the comments down below. This next one's kind of a collection, book of, one collection of numerous books, and that being Roald Dahl, the Scrumdiddlyumptious Story Collection. This contains 6 novels by Roald Dahl, and I got this one for really cheap. This was originally £35. I got it for £10, so this was £25 off when I bought this. So that was a massive incentive for me to pick it up. But this includes Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, Danny the Champion of the Worlds, George's Marvelous Medicine, the BFG, and the Twits. I read the BFG and I really liked it. I want to read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as well. All these books I want to read by Roald Dahl. I want to read Matilda. I want to read The Witches as well. They really shouldn't be classified as kids' books, because the BFG was incredibly gory sometimes, and you have these big massive giants that go around eating all these kids, and they leave all their bloody bones around. That's really, really, really scary when you come to think about it. The next one I got was a fairly recent book. I've got loads of classic books on here. They're really cool, because you can get loads of classic books for free. So this one is the Phantom of the Opera. I don't know if this is a horror movie, because usually the movies of this are usually horror based. But I'm more familiar with the theatre show and the musical. So I don't know if it's more on that side or whether it's more on the side of horror. Let me know if you've read this, what this genre of this novel actually is about. So I can go in there knowing what the genre is about. The next one I got was one that I was really surprised that I got, that's actually found, that I picked up really cheap. I mean, really cheap. And that was Brandon Sanderson's The Way of the Kings, and this is part of the Stormlight archive. I know this is part of a one of his series of books. Loads of people I found on BookTube are always talking about Brandon Sanderson, even though if it's not a Brandon Sanderson based video, they always bring up the author. So I want to read his books. I mean, I will get around to this, but I want to start off with Skyward, which I want to read next month. I want to read Steel Hearts, and I want to read the first Mistborn novel. But again, let me know if this is any good. I think someone said that it was good and they recommended it to me. So, but without any of them recommendations, I probably would have picked this one up anyway because of Brandon Sanderson. So yeah. I think it's the only novel the only author that I've ever heard of that I've never even read a sentence by, and I want to read all, or if some or all of his work. You know, it's really really powerful stuff. This next one I got was one that I got last night. I was watching a review on one of my subscribers, and who is a good friend of mine again, called Slowly Read, and he was doing a review on this last night. I mean, I actually was watching in my room last night. Sorry. So please check it out. I only got this book based on his video. So after I watched his video, which you should watch, I immediately went into Kindle, found out how much it was, which was really, really cheap, and I bought it straight off the bat because I watched his video. And that being, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. I think this is more sci-fi, but more of a sci-fi / horror type of thing. I'm going to read this one during the Halloween period, guaranteed. And yeah. I don't know much about this book apart from his review of it. I haven't read the synopsis for it. I just bought it straight off the bat. But I am looking forward to reading it. I do like my Kindle as well. You can store when you open it, you have like a library, which all of your books that you buy go into that library or that section. And when you click on it, you can create different playlists, or not playlists, folders. So I store all my, which you can store numerous books that you want into them folders, searches. So I've actually got all my classic novels together. I've got my complete collections together, so authors that have all their complete works on them. Fantasy, I've got one for. Horror, I've got one for. Science fiction, I've got one for. And Terry Pratchett, who is the only author on my Kindle so far that's got its own folder for. So yeah. Excuse me. And yeah, you can up the brightness of this. It keeps your place whenever you close the case. It just goes straight to sleep until you get to wake up again. And yeah, even when you don't know what a word is, as long as it's nothing that's made up by the author, you can just click on the word that you're not sure what it means, and then it goes to the dictionary, which is already programmed or already on here, and it tells you what the meaning of the word is. So yeah, as long as it's in the dictionary, it will tell you what the word means. So yeah, that's really it, really, guys. So if you've read any of these works, or if you're planning to read these books, or if you have read them, or if I've inspired you to, let me know in the little comments down below. Watch my other videos if you're interested, and yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully this has been interesting for you guys to watch. Thank you for coming this far with me, and yeah, like, comment and subscribe as I said, and I will see you later. See ya.